What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Mike DOLCE Show. Burn the boats. What does that mean? Burn the boats. What does that mean? Picture it. You are embarking on a trip to a far-off land. The land of freedom, the land of opportunity. You take a boat to get there. When you arrive at the shores, you notice treacherous waters, barriers in your way. There might be natives that don't want you there, willing to fight to push you back onto those boats, to send you back from whence you came. Burn the boats. Give yourself no option other than moving forward. Remove the possibility of you tucking your tail and going home. Eliminate any thought that you will go back to the life you once lived. Burn the boats, regardless of the challenge that lies before you. You will fight. You will scrape. You will do whatever you can to move forward. Burn the boats. That's the topic of today's conversation. Many of us fall into the trap of the plan A, the plan B, the plan C, defaulting to, well, I'll just go back and live at my parents' house, or I'll just stay in this job a little longer. I'll play it safe just in case my dream doesn't work out. Fuck that. Burn the boats. And when I say burn the boats, guys, I'm saying burn those motherfuckers to the ground. Burn those motherfuckers to ash. Leave yourself with no chance other than to succeed. That's what this is. That's what I'm talking about. And you know what I'm talking about because in your own life, you've been playing it safe for too long. You've been sitting back, allowing your life to be dictated by circumstances that aren't in your best interest, that don't make you happy. You have been a victim to your life. You have not been in charge. So it's time for you to burn the boats. Well, what does that mean, Mike? You're always preaching such conservative values. And when I say conservative, I'm not talking necessarily in the political sense. When I say conservative, I'm talking about planning ahead. I'm talking about being prepared, being educated, being resourced, having your bills paid, having money in the bank. But DOLCE, I don't have enough money. It's because you didn't burn the boats, motherfucker. It's because you didn't hedge on the A plan working out. You have your B, you have your C. You're defaulting into the common pop culture mentality of being lazy, of being an underachiever, of being a parasite on society, on the community, on your neighbors, on your family, on your employer. Though you think you're smarter than they are, you're still working for them. Now think about that. You think you're smarter than your boss, yet your boss was smart enough to hire you and pay you a lower salary than they make. Who's really smarter in that equation? But you sit back and you take it week after week after month after year. You sit there in your little seat on your little boat, and you're told where to go, what to do, what to think. And that might be fine. But it's not fine. Let's be real here. It's not fine. That is simply what you've settled for. And I'm here to tell you to burn the boats. Do not settle. I don't care what you must sacrifice. I don't care how hard it will be. I don't care of how uncomfortable your life is about to become. Because I guarantee you, if you burn the boats, if you go all in, if you put your head down, if you work tirelessly to achieve your goal, you will get there as long as you don't quit. See, the journey isn't over until you quit, right? Failure is a part of the process. Discomfort is a part of the process. Delayed gratification is a part of the process. Those are expected. Those are welcome. Those are necessary. Failure should be a motivator. Failure should piss you off. Failure is a great teacher, probably the best. So every small battle, you get better, you get stronger, you get wiser, you get more resilient, you become better prepared for the next battle and the next battle and the next battle. And slowly, you inch your way across the shore. You get yourself closer to claiming your place, your plot of sand, your piece of land. You scratch out your new existence. The person you were meant to be emerges. You were not made to do what you do. You were not designed for the role you're currently living. There's so much more left in you. Burn the boats. You have to go all in. Now, we can take it back a few months from now. We can go back in time before you land at the shore and say, hey, this is the plan. I'm going to sail the blue seas for the land of opportunity. It's time. Well, what do I need to do first? Well, we use the analogy, not to use the nautical analogies too much, but you want to pull the boat as close to the dock as possible before you jump in. What does that mean? Well, do you have your money right? Do you have 6 months, 12 months of base living expenses? When I say base living expenses, I don't mean movie money. I don't mean date night money. The bare minimum that you need in order to move forward. I would say be debt free. I'd say pay off all the bullshit debt you have hanging over your head so you don't have to worry about paying another soul other than yourself, other than putting food on your table just enough to survive, other than getting a little shitty 1-bedroom studio apartment for a couple $100 a month just to survive, just enough to be warm and dry, barely warm and dry. That's what I would suggest. Getting all of your bullshit paid off, all of the consumer greed that you've exerted through the years, cleaning up that fucking mess, that shit show of a life that you've been living, getting rid of that, because you don't want to drag that into the new world, do you? And that mentality is burning the boats. Cutting up your fucking stupid credit card. Getting out of your goddamn car lease. Unlocking your true potential because you've wasted so much time, so many work hours devoted to paying off the lord of debt, of consumer debt that you've been duped into following with the goal of having a good credit score. I just want a good enough credit score so I can borrow more money and go deeper in debt. Please, please take my money. Let me borrow more money from you so you will give me more money to borrow from you so I can pay you back more money. Let me give you all my money so you can give me a number, so you can identify a number of worth to me, allowing me to borrow more money from you that I pay back at higher and higher interest rates over longer and longer periods of time, thus making me a slave to the system. Burn the boats. There is no freedom in debt. Your health. Are you fit? Are you healthy? Are you capable? Can you walk out your front door right now with a backpack and walk into the world with no fear of health or fitness decline? Can you do that? If you can't do that, if you can't walk out your front door right now into the world with nothing more than a backpack, you're not healthy. You're not fit. You're not prepared. You are not strong. You're not ready. Your body is your vessel. Your body is your transport device. Your body is the encasing of your mind, of your soul, of your potential. If you do not treat your body with the respect that it deserves, you will have a terrible, terrible life. You know what I'm talking about. I'm not going to go there. That's too far away. I can't walk that far. I can't climb that. I can't crawl under that. I can't move that. I can't lift that. I can't go outside. I can't sleep in a tent. I can't function in the world. And I'm going to tell you, I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're a Manhattan socialite little priss. I don't care if you are a internet coding geek. You're locked inside rooms with fluorescent lights 24 hours a day. I don't care, because I work with you. Some of my most fit, most athletic, most fucking badass, rugged clients are white-collar clients. Intellectuals. Fucking rich. They understand how important their physical fitness is, what that does to boost their intelligence, their function, their cognitive ability, their output. You must burn the boats of these social norms that have been programmed for you. If you do not have your money in order, if you do not have your physical fitness in order, if you do not have your education in order, and that's being educated on the topic, on the area with which you are going to attack, you're not ready yet. And every waking moment should be about preparing yourself, preparing your life for the assault on this new world. Unlocking who you are meant to be. Meeting your destiny. And many people, you know them, they make excuses. They sit back and they complain and they blame and they procrastinate and they avoid. They don't take responsibility. They are not mindful. They are not intentional. They are not self-driven. They are not confident. So what happens? They don't change. Well, they don't change for the better. They regress. They become a meme. They just do what they're told for 20, 30, 40 years. And they die. Miserable, unfulfilled. They live half a life. They never get to be who they were meant to be. They never get to do what they could have done. They don't get to experience the world in a manner that we all have access to. They're a victim. And they live the life of a victim. And they repeat that template over and over and over and over until they die of a lifestyle-related illness, typically because they did not take their health. They did not take their fitness seriously. They lived a life that was full of stress and remorse and regret, which creates a metabolic condition which kills us in some way. It manifests in some way based upon our genetic. It manifests in a certain way: diabetes and heart disease and cancers and whatever, little family, landmine our ancestors have prepared for us. Drop that little, virus into our genetic code that we bring about through our lifestyle, through our lack of happiness, through our lack of passion, through our lack of health, through our lack of fitness, through our lack of financial freedom, simply because we stayed on the boat, anchored offshore, staring every so often when our boss would allow us to look up for the 48 hours or so that we were free on the weekends, living a weekend full of dread, knowing we had to show back up on Monday and continue to be a drone, to live that half life. Burn the boats. What if you got out of the way and you allowed yourself to become that? What could you be if you were willing to fight for yourself? What could you be if you embraced your passion, your skill, your freedom to think and act for yourself, unrestricted by the thoughts of other people, unencumbered by the opinions of those around you? What could you become? Burn the boats. There is no plan B. You know that, right? There is no plan B. It's plan A. Plan A is the only plan. Otherwise, you're not living. You're not living a life. It's a half-life. You're a supporting character in your own story. You're Walter Mitty without the cool ending. So what are you going to do about it? Do you even have a plan yet? And don't procrastinate it. you got to step up. You have to get this going now. If you're 15, if you're 25, 35, 45, 55, 65, I don't care. If you're not living the life that you were meant to live, if you don't wake up every day excited for the next 24 hours, you need to reevaluate what you're doing. You need to challenge yourself. You need to scare the shit out of yourself because you're thinking so big, it sounds impossible. But nothing is impossible to the person who never quits. That's the excitement. It's in the journey. And you're going to work. You're going to work hard. You're going to work harder than you've ever worked in your entire life. But it won't feel like work. It feels like play. That's what we want to get to. It becomes your pleasure. That's what life is. And most people will never get to experience that. And that's the tone of this podcast today. I had a conversation with a good friend and client. And they opened up for the first time in a long time about what was holding them back. And it took time of developing rapport and gaining trust and for them to see results and to know that I wasn't leaving them and to walk the journey together. And we had a breakthrough, which prompted this conversation. They had an incident that I won't share, but something happened in their life 10 years ago. And that experience completely crippled them for the last decade. Changed their whole perception of themselves, eroded their confidence, allowed the people around them to pity them. So they began to pity themselves. What happened? They defaulted into the easy path. Oh, I can't do that. I don't deserve that. I'm not good enough. I'm not smart enough. I'm not fit enough. I'm not capable. I don't deserve to be successful. I don't deserve to be happy. This was some of the self-talk running in the back of their mind. Even though they're one of the smartest people I've ever spoken to. The natural intellect of this person is incredible. The empathy which they possess for their fellow man is beautiful. There's so much inherent potential in this person that they had not been able to see because of one incident. And that's not uncommon for all of us. I've said many times, our biggest problem is one of two things. We did not receive a hug when we most needed it. Or we did receive a hug when we least needed it. What does that mean? That means you needed someone to just give you a hug and say it's going to be okay. No matter what you did, no matter what happened, you just needed someone. whether it was a teacher, whether it was a coach, whether it was a sibling, a parent, a friend, doesn't matter. You just needed a hug. It's going to be okay. You're going to be okay. Shake it. Don't even worry about that. That does not define you. That was an anomaly. That was an accident. Or, sometimes even worse, we received a hug when we didn't deserve it. Oh, you're great. You're so good. No, I'm not. I'm an asshole. I fucked that up. I need to be told when I fuck shit up. I don't need to be coddled and rewarded because I fucked shit up. I don't need a participation medal when I come in fucking dead last because I was high, because I was joking around, because I wasn't paying attention. I don't need to be rewarded when I fuck up. That's when I need to be scolded. But when I've done my best, I've tried my hardest, I've prepared as well as I can, and I still come in dead last, that's when I deserve the hug of I'm so proud of you. You see that? Now that analogy can be swept into so many different situations in life. And it's happened. I know it happened to you. You can think right now of which one it was. And that hindrance of 10 years ago or 30 years ago has kept you on the boat. And in many ways, you have to burn the boat of that situation. And yeah, that happened to me. But fuck it. I'm moving on. Finally, I'm moving on. I'm looking forward. I'm moving on. That happened. It fucked up so many aspects of my life, but no more. Not today. Not tomorrow. Not ever. I am in control of my life. I'm stepping off this boat. I'm swimming through these fucking tumultuous seas. I'm getting over the fucking coral reef and the jetties in the way. I'm climbing up over the jellyfish and the fucking crabs and the clams and the broken seashells on the beach, and I am fighting my way up this shore. In the rain, in the raging storm, the hurricane is hit. And I'm moving forward. I have burned the boat. It is gone. There is nothing left. My past is gone. It's only me right now, right here, in the moment, pushing forward, creating a new life for yourself, a new identity for yourself, building your new world. One step at a time, one hand at a time, one fistful of dirt at a time. That's what this is. Burn the boats. And it all comes down to choice. You sit there in your desk, sit in your car, walking on the treadmill, getting your workout in. You sit and you listen. But what's next? What more is in you? What can you become? Burn the boats. I would love to get feedback from you guys. Send me an email to mailbag@thedolcediet.com. Share your fears, share your journey, share your success, ask a question. Call me an asshole for believing in you. Mailbag at thedolcediet.com. I'd love to hear more. If any of you are interested, we have a few spots left for our blueprint, our championship blueprint. You can send an email to blueprint@thedolcediet.com, which is a 21-day process that I have taken from the world's greatest athletes, Hollywood celebrities, leaders of industry, heads of state. I've aggregated the most successful habits of the most successful humans on the planet, and I've put them into a system to help you. To help you. It's completely free. It costs you nothing. There's no purchase necessary. This first group will be absolutely transformative, and I want to share it with you guys. So that's blueprint at thedolcediet.com if you want to be a part of it. I'm excited about that, and hopefully I know it will help you, those of you who stick to it, those of you who will burn the boats, and you're ready to go and make a change, and you're sick. You're sick of the life that you've been living because it's not the life you were destined to create. You need struggle. You need challenges in order to unlock your potential. There's so much more out there for you. And it's time. It's time to achieve that. Whatever I can do to help you get there, to yell at you through this microphone, to provide you with content and steps and tips and tricks and rules and principles, a system to help you grow forward, to inspire you, to share stories of other people who've been successful, worse off than you, in more trying and challenging situations than you're in right now, who have become utterly successful. It's possible. You can do this. I know you can do this. I know you can do this. I want you to do this, and I want to hear about it. I want you to brag to me about what you've been able to accomplish, of what adversity you have fought through, what challenges were in your life, how bad it was, how bleak it was. Lord knows I've shared mine with you. I would love to hear yours. I would love to be motivated by yours and share yours with the community to motivate someone else to move forward, to change their life.